From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your morning update.
Reading Rodeo returns May 14th through the 17th with 4 big nights of rodeo action. Bulls, barrels, broncs, and big-time thrill. We even added breakaway roping. Get your tickets now at readingrodeo.com. The Reading Rodeo. 4 nights of rodeo excitement and fun for the whole family. Reading Rodeo, May 14th through the 17th. Get your tickets now at readingrodeo.com.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Krueger, and before we get to the forecast, I do want to let you know that we're getting that time of the year. We're going to start hearing more and more about these fires. And according to Watch Duty here, we got the Pioneer Fire here. Here's Cottonwood. There you can see kind of as you head south here, this is I-5 right here. So in western Tehama County, it's the Pioneer Fire at 50% containment and 68 acres. So it did grow substantially since it started yesterday. Of course, the gusty winds did not help with that either, but it is contained per CAL FIRE. But again, at that 50% containment mark at this point, this is something we'll be watching and monitoring here very closely. All right, let's get you to the forecast. Before we get to that, you got the Reading Rodeo coming up here soon, May 14th through the 17th. Tickets are available now. You can purchase your tickets at readingrodeo.com, or you can call the number, the box office number on your screen there at 241-8559. And by the way, here at Weather NorCal, we've got more tickets to give away for the Reading Rodeo. I've got 2 sets of tickets to give away here. So you can email your entries to mkrueger@weathernorcal.com, and you'll be entered into the drawing, which we'll be doing next week. So be on the lookout for that and get your entries in now, so you can make sure that you're entered into the contest. Gusty winds to start the week. Weaker winds here for your Tuesday. A warming trend this week with a chance for showers by Sunday into Monday. Yeah, we've got a chance for some more rain in the forecast and those cooler temperatures. But before we get into all of that, let's take a look at your Krueger's Quickcast for your Monday, May 5th. Or for some of you, it's Cinco de Mayo. Just an excuse to eat tacos, I guess, and drink beer, right? Out the door here for this morning, we got temperatures on the mild side, mainly in the 40s for the higher elevations and the coast, and we're talking low 60s 8 o'clock this morning for the valley. We've got high pressure right here. We've also got low pressure to our south. The high pressure is what's giving us the warmer temperatures, but also low pressure to our south, high pressure over us, that's also giving us some gusty winds in the forecast. We saw it yesterday and really the last few days. We still have that wind advisory for the Sacramento Valley and the surrounding foothills until 8 o'clock this evening. North winds approximately at about 15 to 30 miles per hour at times, and gusts could get over 40 miles per hour as well. So just something to be aware of, as those winds will continue to be a factor here for today. You can see 8 o'clock this morning. It's mainly the north and west side and those foothills off to the east where we've got the strongest winds. A bit on the breezy side too here for the coast, but I do expect the strongest winds to be in the valley here midday, taking you through the afternoon. The wind's still fairly strong, but we are starting to see the wind subside as we go into tonight, and still breezy for your Tuesday for the valley in particular. So the winds are dying down by tomorrow, but yeah, again, still you'll notice those gusty winds at times. Taking a look at futurecasts, of course, we're talking about sunny skies here in the forecast throughout the day today, but later on this evening and tonight, we will maybe see some fog develop around Humboldt Bay and in the typical spot there down Highway 101 as you start heading into some of those low-lying areas. All right, so for today, you've got sunny skies, temperatures mid to upper 80s in the valley. It's warming up. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s for the higher elevations. It looks like somewhere in the low to even mid 60s out along the coast here for today. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. Starting off with the valley, windy today, winds dying down, but still breezy for places like Reading and Red Bluff here through Tuesday. Now, still windy in Chico today. The wind should be calmer for you, though, on Tuesday. Temperatures warming up to the 90s here by the end of the week and the first half of the weekend. Notice the dip in the temperatures on Sunday. That's the beginning phases of that potential for showers coming in for early next week, and those showers could reach parts of the coast, inland, and Trinity County as early as Sunday. But of course, it's one of those stay tuned type of forecasts because we'll be kind of fine tuning the forecast as we get closer to the weekend. Mount Shasta, Siskiyou County in general could also see those showers here by Sunday, otherwise keeping it dry through Sunday for places like Modoc County and the eastern mountains. All right, that's a look at Krueger's Quickcast. There is a free Weather NorCal app I need you to know about. And the thing is, if you're new to Weather NorCal, you may not know about this. This is a hyper local for Northern California, for the North State, for the North Coast in general. So check it out. If you don't like it, you can take it off your phone. But I always tell people, it's one of those things where you get a lot of these apps out there, these weather apps that you kind of fall in love with. They're kind of flashy. They got all kinds of cool, graphics and all the good works in there, but they're not generated by someone local. The forecast on the Weather NorCal app is generated by me. So be sure to check that out. And just search for Weather NorCal in your app store. High pressure, again, that's the dominant feature over the eastern Pacific here for today. Low pressure down to our south. That's going to be responsible for those gusty north winds. Now, you may have been seeing on social media over the weekend the Omega block over the United States here. You've got high pressure here, low pressure on either side of it. And if you look at the jet stream, it's in the shape of the Greek letter Omega. Now, to the west of this low pressure here is the area of high pressure over the eastern Pacific. Couple of things. Number one, it's giving us warmer temperatures as it moves over us. But number two, the difference between these two is what's giving us the strong gusty winds, especially for the Sacramento Valley. Now that will be shifting eastward on Tuesday. The winds start to die down. Still breezy for us, but temperatures warming up as we go into your Tuesday as well. Again, there's that wind advisory until 8 o'clock tonight. Could see gusts possibly over 40 miles per hour later on this afternoon. And looking at the winds here for the rest of the day today, yeah, those gusts, 25, 30, 35 miles per hour, and could see them close to 40 miles per hour as well for the valley. As we go into your Tuesday, you see how the winds are still pretty strong for the valley. They're weaker for the coast, still pretty strong in the foothills too. So we'll call it breezy through the day on Tuesday, but you can see by Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, the winds start to subside. But check this out. As we go into Wednesday, still a bit of a breeze, but more coming in from the south at about 10 to 15 miles per hour and calmer winds for the coast as well. So again, those winds we've been experiencing, one more day of that today, but they should start to die down over the next couple of days after that. There's that fog here coming in tonight for Humboldt Bay. It looks like it may linger, but kind of clear out again as we go into parts of Tuesday. And then we've got more of that marine layer coming in for all of the North Coast. Looks like by the time we get into Wednesday, so we'll call it mostly cloudy skies by Wednesday for the coast at least, but everyone else still seeing those sunny skies here throughout the week and those warmer temperatures. Let's take a look at the long range on our futurecast. And as mentioned, it's going to remain dry through this week. It will remain dry through the first half of the weekend. But by Sunday, we're watching the next storm system approach, and I do expect that places west of the valley, say Siskiyou County, Trinity County, Del Norte, Humboldt counties, all seeing the chance for showers Sunday, but I think the valley and east of that will remain dry on Sunday, and then by Monday of next week, that moves overhead and we're seeing those showers coming in. Now, this is not guaranteed. We've seen this before where you look out 6-7 days and this kind of fizzles out. You don't see as much. So stay tuned if you have outdoor plans for the weekend and early next week, because you could be looking at the potential for some showers. Climate Prediction Center is picking up on that. The lighter shade of green indicating that slim chance of seeing above normal rainfall. But overall, just that chance for showers is what it's looking like. And temperatures on the warm side too. You can see we're kind of in the lighter shades of orange. So again, this is where you have the highest chance of seeing above normal temperatures with these deeper reds. As you get in the lighter shades of orange, you're seeing a smaller chance of seeing above normal temperatures. But bottom line, it's going to be warm. And I do expect some 90s in the valley before, once all is said and done through the next 10 days. By the end of the week, into this upcoming weekend, you've got those temperatures in the 90s, even some mid-90s for places like Redding. There's that dip in the temperatures, and this helps to support that potential for maybe some showers by early next week. And we kind of just level it off in the low 80s by the time we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. So really no major heat wave. Yes, 90s is getting warm, but at least we're steering clear of the triple digits at this point. We take a look at the lake levels, still looking very healthy. We have seen them slowly drop over the last week or so over Lake Shasta, but nothing to be concerned about. And we're seeing that increase continuing for places like Trinity Lake and Lake Oroville. Now the wave heights, you can see they're still fairly high for today, but they are expected to subside later this afternoon, this evening, and through the day on Tuesday. But there is still a gale warning, hazardous seas warning for the coast here until 9 o'clock this morning. That should be allowed to expire after that. But the wind's still fairly strong out of the north at about 20 to 25 knots. All right, so here's a look at your Trinity County neighborhood forecast. Temperatures mainly around 80, give or take, around the Highway 299 corridor. Down to the south of that, temperatures looks like in the mid-70s, give or take. For the north coast, I do expect windy conditions today, along the coast in particular. And then we're dry through Saturday, and then maybe a chance for showers really for the inland areas and the coast by the time we get into Sunday and even into Monday of next week. 64 in Crescent City, Orleans, about 79 degrees today. We take you out to Siskiyou County, where temperatures there should generally be in the 70s. Mainly dry, but by Sunday, maybe a chance for some showers, and that continues into Monday of next week. Modoc County, you're going to be dry for the next 7 days. It's warming up, probably somewhere in the low 80s by Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and there's that dip in the temperatures by the second half of the weekend. Your Eastern Mountains neighborhood forecast, you're also dry for the next 7 days, even some upper 80s by Friday before we see a dip in our temperatures for the second half of the weekend. Your Valley neighborhood forecast for your Monday, temperatures are going to be the upper 80s. You know, we're getting close to 90, aren't we? And that'll be the case again for Tuesday. Windy for the south end of the valley today, but those winds should be much weaker and calmer by Tuesday. And you can see temperatures warming up close to 90. So, you know, we're splitting hairs. If you see a 90-degree reading on Tuesday or even Thursday, don't be surprised, but it's even warmer by Friday into Saturday. We take you up north, 86 for Redding as well as Anderson, 85 for Cottonwood, 86 in Palo Cedro, and 81 degrees for Lakehead and Whiskeytown. And looking at your 7-day forecast for Redding, again, splitting hairs, could get up to 90 by Tuesday and even Thursday. We're talking low to mid-90s by Friday, Saturday, and then temperatures start to drop, but still dry through Sunday. But as I mentioned, maybe a chance for showers by early next week. That's your morning update. I'll be back again at noon. Have a great morning.
This May, get active with the Shasta Bike Month and Challenge. For both beginner and experienced cyclists, you can ride anywhere, anytime during the month of May. Whether it's to work, the store, or a leisurely spin on a trail, every ride counts. Join the challenge and log your rides with the Love to Ride platform. Compete as a team of coworkers, friends, or family. Every bike ride you take earns you chances to win local prizes. Sign up today at ShastaBikeChallenge.org.